5 True Scary Camping Horror Stories. Story number 1. The Superstition Mountain Stalker. Picture this, a 17-year-old guy, alone in the Superstition Mountains of Arizona. Sounds like the start of a horror movie, right? Well, for our unnamed hiker, it became a real-life nightmare. It all started innocently enough. Our brave teen decided to tackle an 8-mile loop through a canyon, despite his friend bailing at the last minute. Rookie mistake number 1, never hike alone, folks. As night fell, things got weird. A small rock appeared in his camp, seemingly thrown from nowhere. Creepy, but not terrifying, yet. Fast forward to the middle of the night, and our hiker wakes up to find his flashlight moved 15 feet away. And those footsteps in the woods? They're getting closer. But here's where it gets really freaky. After a night of pure terror, our hiker makes it back to his car, only to find a chilling message written in the dust. Sleep well. Talk about a souvenir you don't want. The lesson here? Always bring a buddy, and maybe avoid mountains with superstition in the name. Just saying. Story number 2, The Hunter's Mistake. Our next tale takes us to Western Maryland, where a family camping trip turns into a nightmare. 2 brothers, Mike and our narrator, are playing in the woods when suddenly, bang! A gunshot rings out. In a heart-stopping moment, our storyteller finds his younger brother Mike lying on the ground, blood pouring from a wound. It turns out a careless hunter had mistaken the movement in the bushes for a deer. Talk about a case of mistaken identity gone horribly wrong. Thankfully, Mike survives, but the incident leaves a lasting impact on the family. The silver lining? They switched to camping in national parks after this, trading the dangers of secluded forests for the relative safety of popular campgrounds. Sometimes, a crowd isn't such a bad thing after all. This story is a stark reminder that even when we're enjoying nature, danger can be lurking just around the corner. Always wear bright colors when hiking during hunting season, folks. Story number 3, The Campfire Tragedy. Buckle up, because this next story is a real gut puncher. 3 brothers decide to go on a camping trip, but only 2 come back. It's a tale of family bonding turned tragic when one brother, Chuck, is found dead in the campfire the next morning. The horror of discovering a loved one in such a state is unimaginable. But the story doesn't end there. Suspicions arise, family bonds are tested, and the truth remains elusive. Was it a terrible accident, or something more sinister? The remaining brothers are left to grapple with unanswered questions and a family torn apart by tragedy. It's a stark reminder that sometimes, the scariest monsters are the ones in our own minds, fueled by doubt and suspicion. This story teaches us that even in the great outdoors, we can't escape the complexities of human relationships and the devastating impact of loss. Story number 4, The Haunted Summer Camp. Get ready for some serious, Stranger Things vibes with this next tale. Our narrator, a former camper turned counselor, shares a series of spooky encounters at a summer camp that'll make your skin crawl. From mysterious lights dancing in the night sky to counselors experiencing shared nightmares of figures standing at the foot of their beds, this camp seems to be a hot spot for paranormal activity. But the creepiest part? A tombstone that appears and disappears, and a cellar door that opens on its own during a missing camper drill. One particular building, nicknamed Day Camp, gives our narrator the heebie-jeebies. It's always cold, always feels watched, and has a habit of lighting up when no one's supposed to be there. During the drill, our narrator finds the cellar doors flung open, despite being padlocked earlier. Spooky stuff. The camp staff learn to live with their ghostly campmates, but it's enough to make you wonder, are some summer camps built on ancient burial grounds? Maybe check the history of your kids' camp before signing them up. Story number 5, The Predator at the Campground. Our final tale is a double whammy of creepy camping encounters that'll have you sleeping with one eye open. It starts with 2 young girls, around 8 years old, deciding to have some fun by scaring other campers. But the tables turn when they jump out at a man who doesn't get scared. Instead, he gives them a smile that sends chills down their spines. The next day, things take an even darker turn. The same man tries to lure the girls to his campsite with promises of bikes. Red Flag City, folks. Thanks to quick thinking and gut instinct, they manage to hide and escape what could have been a truly horrifying situation. The scariest part of this story? When the girls tell the adults what happened, nobody believes them. It's a chilling reminder to trust your instincts, even when others doubt you. And for the adults out there, listen to kids when they tell you something's not right. So, which story gave you the biggest chills? Drop a comment below and let us know. And if you've got a scary story of your own, share it. Who knows, it might end up in our next video. Don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoyed this spine-tingling journey, and hit subscribe for more terrifying tales.